Welcome back to the Nissim show. I'm here with Yehoshua, Levy, or Levy.
Levy.
Levy. Thanks for joining us today. First of all, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Actually, why don't we step out into the light? That's better. So, let's start with a little bit about your background, like your ancestry and where you come from.
So, my parents are both Baal Teshuva. I was raised in the UK. When I was about 9, I moved from Manchester to London. Yeah, and I've always been religious. Always kept Shabbos and stuff like that.
And what's your earliest memory?
My earliest memory, believe it or not, I was less than 3 weeks old. I was lying in my cot, my crib, staring up at the hatch to the attic or loft, and my father was standing over the bed with somebody else. He confirmed that that was before I was 3 weeks old even.
Wow.
It's just a snapshot of an image, but yeah.
And what was your earliest hobby?
Lego.
Who introduced you?
My parents got me some Lego, and I think it was the Coast Guard truck, the Lego City Coast Guard truck, and that was the first time I started to play with it.
Do you think it's only because... Wait. I'm A. Do you think it's only because it's only A was the thing that you became interested in Lego, meaning it could have been anything and you were interested in that thing that they introduced you to as a baby?
I think the creative nature of Lego is enough to draw anybody. I wouldn't be surprised if I got hooked on it either way. Everyone's got some kind of a hobby, so that would have been it. They introduced me.
How many siblings are
One. I have no siblings.
they got so maybe now we'll take a look at your at some of before you show us, tell us about your Lego journey and how it led to what you're about to do.
So, I always enjoyed creating. Sometimes my father would sit with me. I can remember it was like fun to build stuff together. But eventually I got interested in fighter aircraft, and I wanted to make my own one, so I designed my own fighter jets, based it roughly on some things that I'd seen. It was pretty cool. Then I realized I wanted to make real ones, existing fighter jets, my own models, because Lego refused to make military aircraft themselves, so I had to design these myself. And I designed them with mechanisms. I wanted to see if I could implement folding landing gear, stuff like that, bombs, and eventually, well, I got a YouTube channel and I started uploading my models to that. The best model that I made got around about 40,000 views pretty quickly. I think it's more like 50,000 now, but I've got over 1,000 subscribers so far, and yeah.
Can you share the channel name so our subscribers can check you out?
So the channel name is Yehoshua Levy, but if it's not the first channel that pops up, just search Yehoshua Levy Lego F-35 or Lego Fighter Jets, something like that, and you should see a few things.
Before we go in, maybe you could just talk about your workout routine.
My workout routine?
How you came to build such a strong core over the years.
So in my second school that I went to, they had a climbing frame, and I always enjoyed doing pull-ups and swinging about on it. It wasn't a traditional climbing frame. It was more like a bar, and then there was a taller bar, and then there was like another bar with like handles on it that wobbled from side to side with a spring. And one of the teachers taught me that I could flip over the bar, pull myself up, and go over the top. And well, it was a lot of fun. It was a real challenge to work out how to do that myself, because it was quite a skill. But when I managed to do it, I started doing a whole routine of like flipping over the top, hanging down, flipping like backwards while hanging on, then forwards again, and seeing how long I could hang on for, seeing how many things I could do before having to let go. And it really, really involved the core, so I developed a really, really good core.
And also just to mention your payas style, how you came to choose to wear it this way.
I've always wanted to see what the longer payas was like, so now that I'm out of the house, now that I'm an adult, I'm allowed to do that, and my parents can't really say no. Just seeing how it goes.
And how did you keep it organized?
By tucking it behind my ear rather than in front of my ear.
Right now, is it in front?
It's behind my ears. It's wrapped all the way around.
It loops twice?
Kind of. I don't know.
Oh, and what was it like being a child of Balchuva parents?
It's interesting because my father's always got a lot to talk about his journey and stuff, so it's always very interesting. And yeah, it's just I heard about a totally different life than what I was used to from my parents, so I got introduced to a completely different world. I went to a non-Jewish school myself eventually when I was about 7. It was a culture shock, but it was nice seeing two different worlds.
So let's go and take a look at your at what you're gonna show.
I'll go and get them.
Okay.
This was the first Lego fighter jet the first actual existing fighter jet that I made out of Lego. And you'll be able to find it on my channel, but I can show you a few things that it does here. Most notable feature would be twist the engine, the landing gear fold out. Very simple. Because it's the F-35B, this fighter jet can do vertical takeoff, so this can swivel. It was a real challenge getting it to both be able to swivel and twist the landing gear, but the next feature that this jet has is the bombs. You can fit bombs in there, they fall out when it's pressed open, but this button here pushes the bombs out. A couple more things that it does. There are bombs which shoot out here. Press down on the back ailerons. I don't want to be picking those up, the floor's kind of gross. That's fine, I will get them, I'll get the other one. There's one more bomb. Another thing, there's a lift fan, opening cockpit, extra air intake there, and tail wings, elevators, which can swivel up and down. That's pretty much it for the F-35.
You memorize how to rebuild it?
Pretty much.
Have you written instructions about how to build it?
No, I want to. People keep asking me to on my channel, but I need to get the relevant software and I need to update my computer, which isn't quite possible here due to the internet, so I'm going to wait until I can get somewhere where there's good internet for that.
Because you're using your cell phone hotspot?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm using a MiFi, but it doesn't have very good connection.
Because of the stone wall?
I think so.
Okay. Thanks for showing us this one. Alright, do you have another?
I do have another fighter jet, but I recommend going to the channel.
Oh, okay.
Best that the channel gets a bit of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and visit it.
And the helmets? Maybe you could
Yeah, I'll show you a helmet or two. These are probably two of my most interesting ones. This one is interesting because it's from World War II. This one's from World War II. It's a Bulgarian helmet. I like collecting army helmets, you see, so it's a very, very cheap helmet, and I really like the look of it, so I bought it. Put it on for you here. Now this helmet's pretty interesting because I designed it myself in a way. It looks like this underneath. So I took a helmet shell from a particular helmet called United Shield COM or Commando helmet. I replaced the inside so that it should have a more secure suspension system. It's got a very comfortable liner, and this cover here I also kind of designed.
Design meaning you made it yourself?
So I took a cover, an existing cover. I did not like the shape of it. It was very baggy over the helmet. So what I did was I stitched a piece of elastic fabric around it. You could probably, 1 second. You can see the band here which I stitched to it. Helps keep the shape looking nice. And this helmet will actually stop a bullet. Not so historical, but a nice practical piece. I think it's very elegant looking.
You don't mind carrying around the weight?
It weighs about 1.34 kilograms.
Are you interested in showing a little bit of your violin skills now, or not? No?
Could be a bit disruptive. It takes a while to get out. You edit this afterwards?
I could.
Just because it's going to take a while to get the violin out.
So I'll move the setup to outdoors, so I'll have a little bit more. Or wherever you want.
Is it okay if maybe I do some violin another time?
Oh yeah, of course.
Thanks.
Yeah, so
Alright.
let's do an outro. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, what are your plans going forward?
I want to join the IDF, be a sniper in Yamas, Jerusalem. I'm already training. I have a training session later today for about 2 hours, 3 hours in the local park. And I want to design military armor as well, eventually. Plan is to get married soon, start a family too, so see how all that goes.
So thanks so much for sharing your story and showing us your skills and talents. And be sure to check out his YouTube channel. And until next time, maybe we'll catch him playing violin on a Thursday night and we can upload it as a separate clip. Alright, thank you and take care.